Hello friends, Janet here at Crafts and Collage. Happy Friday night, Saturday, whatever day you guys are on right now. I hope it's a good one. And if you can't find sunshine there, to quote Amagansett Press, make your own. Okay, so we're going to make some collage, some glue book tonight in our calendar. We're getting towards the end. Friend Brian said he saw some at the thrift shop he went to. Oh, I hope my thrift... It's a good time of year, though, because it's getting toward the end of the year and people sort of get rid of them if they haven't used them that year or found a better calendar. So I'm hoping my thrift store has some as well. I really do. Okay, so everyone can get to heaven, and then the fresh start one. I think that was the last one we did. Yes. Now we're on August, French August, and so it's nice because we have some pages yet to do. But tonight I'm kind of on I was looking through my files, and it's not a woman thing, but it ended up being that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm just like I don't know. I think maybe I would like to start with this one as a first up. Maybe this side. It's a big page. It's out of one of the Martha Stewart mags, so it's going to be a large page. I know her magazine sizing, and it's large, so let's see what we can do with using this as a beginning. Okay, just for protection, we're going to turn that over and glue this side. Hope everybody's had a good week so far. It's been a weird week. It's like the timing is weird on things, and there's a whole food thing with the retrograde, so that's over in about a week, I think, week and a half. I think, hopefully. It's been all, my daughter and I have found that this one has been all about food, things going bad or grocery shopping forgettings, things like that. Just been weird. It's been all about, you know, misplacing something, or it's been all about foodstuffs for us so far this retrograde, and we're hoping that changes at some point. But yeah. So I've got these pictures. I don't know if it was, they just kind of all caught my eye as a thing, you know. But I also had, I think this is a really pretty picture, and then I liked the almost celebratory picture, almost celebrating women, you know. So I'm wondering if maybe, now I have to let this dry because I used it, of course, right? Yes, of course. Okay, so we're going to stick that under the dryer for a minute, because the nail dryer, this old crappy nail dryer that I've had for like 7 years, I'll tell you guys, if you ever see one at the thrift store or you get a chance to get one, boy oh boy, I use it every day on crafts and glue and paint, and every day I dry stuff under it. So I'll be back in a moment. Hi, I'm back. Sorry, I know it was only like half a second to you, but to me it was like 10 long minutes. So anyway, I've been hunting around. I don't know. I say every time that something doesn't feel like it's coming together, and then it comes together just fine. So I worry too much. I should just sit here and create and shut up with the worrying. So I'm thinking maybe this, there. Then I have some smaller ones. and opera singers. These all seem, it seems what I've picked out is women's professions. So I'm sorry for the fellas who are watching, but it seems like I'm sort of glomming onto a woman's profession kind of day, or kind of glue book experience. So I don't know, I just feel like there's so much worth celebrating, you know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean, folks. You guys are so good to hang out and listen to my chattering. So I have a question for you, if you guys have a minute to answer or whatever. And yes, any kind of interaction with my page helps me to move up the lists and be on the you know, ones that are sort of, you know, you might like this to watch kind of list on YouTube. So any comments you can make, or like or dislike, you know, like or dislike the video, it's honestly okay. But any interaction is lovely. It helps me with YouTube, and I would love to grow a big channel. I just like interacting with other crafters. I really do. Okay, so it just seems almost like this one, and for some reason I really love that. It's about drying or pressing flowers, plant structure and flowers, but it also looks like she could be an artist, and for me that's lovely, because you know, we can fancy ourselves artists if we truly enjoy making art or crafting or sewing or creating in some way. Then we can truly call ourselves artists. I don't think there's any particular benchmark. Someone told me once before I published my first book, because you know, like I was talking, it was actually my mom while she was still alive, and when I published my first book, I said, you know, that must make me a real writer. And she looked at me and she said, no, dear, that just makes you a published writer. A real writer writes. You wrote, you published, people seem to like your work. You know, there you go. And that has stuck with me actually quite a long time in my life. That, you know, if you want to be an artist, then the minute that you do anything that could be considered art, you know, whether it doesn't matter what it is, painting, sculpting, writing, creating, collage, it doesn't matter, glue books, it doesn't matter. If you create art, then you are an artist. And it's really, really, really that simple. It really is. And it took me a long time to, maybe it's just the ADHD thing, but it took me a long time to come to grips with that kind of thing. We're not real good at seeing the talent in ourselves and stuff, even though the disability can be used as a superpower sometimes. It's still, we don't look at ourselves as accomplished or talented, so that's part of it, you know, and that's okay. Same with the autism spectrum. There's oftentimes a lack of self-confidence or self-awareness, but mostly that's the neurodivergent folkies. Okay, I like that, but then you know how I like a ripped edge. Not to put too fine a point on it, we're just going to tear this off of here so that there's no white showing. There we go. And don't forget, if you don't want the, especially in stapled or sewn bindings on things like composition books and some magazines and stuff, if you don't want them to get all lopsided, then you have to jump around and glue in and stuff in different places in the book so that and then it won't get lopsided. So, all right, what have I got here for other pictures? We have a guitarist. That's a nice picture. I like that. I do. Okay, so we're going to take her down to the picture, and we're going to leave the torn edge. And we're going to cut in. And come around this way and hope it fits. Isn't that what we do half the time, is hope things fit on a page we're working on? Seems to me that's the case. Okay, so I can take more off. Okay, I can do that. And show more of the glass. Is that better? That's good. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. We're going to lay glue down here. Yeah, I don't know why these stuck out at me today. I was going through my folders, and I've been doing a lot of image sorting lately just to try and get some kind of handle on them all, you know, just to get them sort of, I laughingly call it organized, but we all know that organizing one's photos, if one does a lot of glue booking and stuff, is like this is a file folder full of full page ones that I want to, like, it's just, I sorted last night. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay, now, this is Margaret Atwood, in case people don't know that. This lady here is Margaret Atwood, Canadian writer. You might know her by her work called The Handmaid's Tale, which was talked about a lot when politics changed in the United States. The Handmaid's Tale. That is one of her most famous books. But I would recommend that if you like a good read, Atwood is a good read. She writes beautiful. She writes beautifully. And she earns every kudo that she's gotten. So, let's put her right in there. And I'm going to tear this down. It would definitely be a privilege meeting her in person. Oh, yes. And I'm going to tear this out. And I'm going to end up falling short again just because that's what I do all the time. Oh, look at that. I didn't. All right, let's take some off the top here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I guess the theme today, folks, is accomplished women. I don't know. It seems like the theme right now. So we'll go with it. And I have plenty of images for accomplished men. I'll actually do that one soon. I will, because I've got one that's a pilot, but an oldie kind of vintage pilot sort of picture. Some really cool male pictures, accomplishments. So yes, a couple of composers, musicians. Yeah. Okay, there we go, Margaret. Your new home, dear. You can live right there. All right. So, weird kind of, just a weird kind of focus today. Very strange. Strange. All right, let's get the bottom off, Miss Marilyn. If you've been around me at all, you know I'm a fan. She was one very smart lady. So smart. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so we will. Let's do the tear thing on the bottom and risk measuring wrong, right? It's always a crapshoot. All right, so, oh, nice, okay. I'll cut up this side. I'm going to be doing a rag journal sometime this winter, fall, winter something. I don't know if any of you have made one or not. If you have and you videoed it, please send me a link or post a link in the comments, because I made one, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago. Time has passed very weirdly the last few years. And I really, they're really cool, but yeah, people use different sizing materials and material treatments and things like that, because you're working in rag and material. But it's certainly a fun way to, and I would really like to do one again. So, and no, I wasn't making videos when I made the last one. I wasn't even on YouTube that I know. Wait a minute. Yeah, 2016 I pretty much started making stuff on this platform. Not crafts, but what you call it, just vlogs, you know. All right. So, I kind of like that. Like a bunch of accomplished women. I love that. Okay, let's get one of these funny opera singers going. This came out of a book I got at a thrift store that was all opera singers. I think I've shown it on one of my vids. I probably have. All the old-fashioned pictures of the opera singers and stuff. Robust ladies, that's for sure. You know, pad the diaphragm and all. I don't know if any of you like opera. I happen to love opera. I have a few favorites. Carmen is one of my favorites. Traviata is another one. Aida. I love Aida. And there are others. My dad and mom raised me on opera. They loved opera and classical. Opera and classical, so. And I have Fred and Ginger. Fred and Ginger. A true American icon. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers from the 40s and 50s, I guess it would be. I don't know if they were the 30s. That seems kind of early, maybe. And then I have a lady and her husband who run an old pharmacy, like a pharmacy. So I thought that was another like woman's career. So I guess, yeah, this page must be today all about women's journeys, their choices. Oh, I like that. She can go down here. And Fred and Ginger can dance their way right down the center there, I think. I'm not sure I want the opera lady in there, although I suppose I should. That's terrible, eh? What a terrible thing to say. All right. I took my halfy glue books out to the recycle bin earlier and haven't torn up another one of my pillaged magazines to replace them yet. So this is why this is happening. Okay. Okay. I like that. And this one was an article about old-fashioned businesses or businesses that hadn't changed in many years in Europe. And I love that picture. I thought that was so cute of the couple that obviously runs the business together. He's a pharmacist and, you know, she runs the rest of the business. I'm sure that's sort of how it often went, you know. All right. Fred and Ginger, right up here. Nope, good. We're going to move you over so you're not on the crease. Okay. Wow, kind of like that. Like I do I say it every time, don't I? And this is what I want to use as text. Splendor in the Class. Because each of these women is classy in her own right. And worthy of acknowledgement. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and come over here and just cover some of these words just to give me a little bit of, there we go, that'll blend in, doody-doody-doo, and there we go. Okay, so God bless Sharpies. They're on sale right now at Amazon, so you might want to check them out. I love Sharpies, especially for drawing some things. The marker thing is, keep trying to work with markers. I really would like to. They look like so much fun. Splendor in the Class. Okay. There we go, folks. I think we're done. Thank you for joining me. I really love doing these weekend ones, even though sometimes I'm late or I don't show up or whatever. Don't show up. So, like, share, or dislike. And please pass the link on and have a fantastic weekend.